Lewis Marnell, who I actually met. Great guy, very awesome guy. He's the nicest human being on the planet, and of course, we all know R.I.P.
Yeah.
But
He was an almost skater, right? He skated for almost.
yeah, he skated for almost Nike, and I forget who else, but
Yeah, I remember his part from round three.
I
Very
didn't
different.
get to skate with him, but I met him out at the bars one night, and it was just like you couldn't stop laughing. You
Yeah.
could not. Like everything he said was just the funniest shit you've ever heard.
I didn't know who Sean Malta was when I started this 4 years ago. So I went back and watched some parts from him, mainly the fully flared part. And
Yeah,
I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't miss bolts ever.
dude, he looks exactly like he does when
Fucking
it's like
vampire. I
Holy
went
Flare
to
part came
I
out.
went
Like,
to his shop in Kansas City. I went out there for a pre-command course. I was out in Kansas for 3 weeks. So I went to Escapist, his skate shop, and I bought a chocolate board that said Kansas City on it.
yeah,
That's the board I learned heel flips on. That was the first wood board I'd skated in years. I've been skating flight decks almost entirely the whole time I was starting to learn to skate. And I bought that fucking board, and I did not. That's the one board that's still like I didn't give away. Like I kept it after I was done with it because I fucking had the best damn sessions on that stupid ass shop fucking chocolate board. Oh man.
I had a couple boards that you just can't get rid of. Like the first time to Barcelona, I'm saving that board. Like the first board I got when I got sponsored by the shop. Um, and then like I think I got like a couple other ones.
That
Uh,
that oh, did you watch that Pal Flight board video I did? I pulled that shit out of my
yeah,
garage.
yeah.
Fuck, man. 3-year old through all the seasons, and that fucking board just kept on fucking kicking. Fucking amazing.
What is the with Zach Dolan?
Dolan?
Yeah, Zach Dolan. He's
Yeah.
a YouTuber. He skates for Powell.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've constantly hear him talking about the flight decks. How like I think in one of the Braille videos, someone was like, "I'll focus your board." He's like, "Good luck, it's a flight deck, dude. You're gonna
Yeah.
hurt your board." Like,
Yeah. You're gonna hurt yourself.
yeah, he's like, dude, these things like, and you're talking about a. I don't know if you've seen him skate, but I mean, the dude launches off kickers over.
Yeah, he's skating
He
all the
was
old
doing
school
kickflips
shit.
over that Tesla in the Braille house, and he was clearing the shit out of it, and he would land like, I mean, pretty perfect every time, but like, I mean, on most other boards, if you fuck up any of those, you're gonna crack it or break it or whatever. But I mean, this guy, he's like, I've never broken one of these. I can't remember the last time I broke a board, light
Yeah.
deck stuff.
Yeah, that dude's fucking gnarly. Like I love that there's a young kid out there just fucking crushing it on fucking old school pals too. Who's that other pal rider? Hensley
Chris,
or Chris? Is that his name? Is Chris
Chris,
Hensley?
Chris Hyford.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with last names. I apologize.
No, yeah, that dude's fucking nasty on those fucking old school
He's
shapes.
got the emo thing going on, but dude, man,
Yeah,
I love that style. He's like just like everything people are like, oh, that's weird. He's gonna do.
yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna paint my fingernails and dye my hair and match my outfits, and I'm gonna skate this old school board that is like no one's buying, and I'm gonna make it look so fun that you're
yeah.
gonna be like, shit, dude. I want to get one of those. Like honestly,
Hell
he's one of
yeah,
the reasons I wanted to set up that like a Powell flat nose double kick. You know what I mean?
yeah.
As a winter board, but it's hard to get your hands on one of those things. What was it? But for next summer, I'm honestly considering splurging on the flight deck.
Flight deck sick. So like I've said this before, if I would just skate the flight 243 shape and stop trying to fucking skate everything else, I would probably progress. But I'm fucking
I could say that
stupid.
I could safely say the same about that girl board I got. It's a G045,
Yeah,
but it's got a short 14-inch wheelbase. It's 32 inches, and I think it's like 8 inches wide. But the concave is very mellow in the middle. It's got a nice like steep kick on both ends, but not too steep. And it's like that medium bluntness on the nose and tail. It's like a perfect all around board for me.
yeah.
I know some people don't like long wheelbase or short wheelbases, but I have short legs, so
This is the board. This is the board I started on, just the John Hill Revive board. This was the first board I bought when I decided to get back into skating. It's like Crux trucks and fucking Bones wheels and Revive board. Man, I had a good time on it.
how did you like the Crux?
I
You
liked
know,
him. So like as a getting back into skating guy, they felt sturdy. Like now, I think they'd probably be too stiff. And on one of these
I've heard a
revives
lot
I
of people
skated,
say they don't turn well.
they don't turn well. But when you're just trying to ollie in 50-50,
You don't
you
want to
can't.
be
You
swirling around. Yeah.
yeah, it like I felt like 220 pounds landing on the board. I wasn't going to squirrel out. Like I felt very comfortable. So in that sense, I would totally recommend them to like a bigger dude that's starting to learn how to skate. I would
Right.
definitely not. I would not recommend Indy. If I the minute I put Indies on, I'm already switching the bushings before I've even fucking stared at the board. If it's going into street, if it's going into a bowl, I'm fine with the Indy bushings. If I'm trying tricks, fuck
I
no.
put bones mediums in every truck I get. I
Really?
just
Have you tried it in the
yeah,
tensors? Because I have some tensors and I don't like the bushings, but I like everything else. But I heard their bushings are a little different.
they are, and they have like a little reset in the new ones with the mag lights. Like the bushing goes like in between the hanger a little bit. It's
Yeah.
super weird, but I put in bones bushings and they worked fine. And I skated them for a while and I actually really liked them, but I still would have them around, honestly. But I set up a complete for my nephew and then
Yeah,
I
these
thought
tensor mag lights, I'm a huge fan. Right off the shelf. I've barely made any adjustments to them since I've had them, and I've just been skating them. I fucking love them.
right.
I've
I
got them
thought
set.
like
I've got them
I
set up
thought
on
for
the
him like
third
having a
board.
nice light board with like a nice like, but
Yeah,
I mean he hasn't really taken to it yet. But you know what? It's one of those things where he's 15 years old. He's got a skateboard in the garage. Hopefully one day he gets bored enough to go board around on it or
yeah,
whatever. Try and figure something out, but you know you got to plant the seeds somehow. You know.
yeah. I keep buying my son boards. Like Shadow Family Vlogs put out a board for their local skate shop. Supported them with a board. I thought that was cool, so I wanted to support them. Got my son, who's 22. I bought him a big ass longboard that they had for $79. I was like, yeah, man, I'll buy a $79 longboard. But I've also set my son up a full revive one of their summer gaming boards because he's a big gamer when they have like the
Mhm.
Nintendo wheels and fucking all that shit. It's a fucking sick setup. It's an
Yeah.
825 revive gaming, fucking Nintendo wheels. I think I've got Black Royals on it, which I skated those and I liked them a lot.
Right.
Um, but they were trucks for an 8 versus an 825. So that's why I switched them out. I didn't realize the difference when I first started between an 8-inch truck and a 825 truck. It's significant.
Well, actually, they really didn't start making 825 trucks on a couple of companies until recently,
Yeah,
right? Like,
like Ace is new to get
yeah,
the
yeah. Ace
825.
is new with the 825s. I think Indy even like they didn't like up in. I mean, within the past 5 years or whatever. It's not
Yeah,
relatively recent, but as far as the overall scope of skateboarding, it's relatively
yeah,
recent that they started making like an 825 truck.
yeah. And then this Mowgli board I'm skating right now it's an 838. It's the first time I've tried an 838, and it's super comfortable. So like I feel like I have the foot placement of an 85, but I feel like it's light enough and moves well like an 825.
What size shoe are you?
Oh, I'm 11 and a
Yeah.
half. Yeah,
Okay. See, I'm a 12, so it's roughly the same.
yeah,
And I honestly like I thought that an 8 inch with I was always that guy that was like I have big feet, I need a big board, and I thought 8 inch would be like way too hard for me to skate without toe dragging and shit all the time. And then Ricky came out, Ricky
yeah.
Gleiser, you know, and he's got the 12, he's got the size 12. I'm like, hey, I relate to that. And he's like, you know, and I skated an 8 inch board, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't look small on him. It looks pretty good. And he's able to flick out of stuff and do,
But
you
he's
know,
been skating his whole life, right? Like,
well,
and you've been
right,
skating
right,
the
but
majority of your life.
still,
For like a new guy coming in, that feels
but
small.
well, I mean, I've been skating 20 years, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's like for me to size down, it made me feel a little more confident that
yeah,
it wouldn't look like a twig underneath my feet. You know what I mean?
yeah. I set up 1.8. It's a almost Uber light with 147 Thunder lights on it and 52
Right.
millimeter wheels. That's an expensive board, right? You're talking Thunder lights, Uber fucking Mullen fucking Uber expensive board, Bronson bearings and 52 millimeter wheels. And I built it just to learn kickflips on. Guess how many times I've skated that board? Yeah,
Three.
zero. Not
Oh,
yet. I have yet to be like, today's the day. Today's the day I'm gonna learn kickflip. Nope, because
well, did you
my
watch my mess video where I did the or maybe 2 videos ago where I did the 8 and 825 or the
yeah,
8 and 875?
yeah,
It was like, I mean, I feel like that's such an important video because it's like, dude, like I did exactly the same tricks on each board. I showed each bit, like all the bails. Those
yeah,
were Like I didn't cut any bails. So that was all just like warm up tricks. And I was like, all right, I grabbed my 8. I did a 50-50. It took one try. I grabbed the other 875, one try. But the board slide on the 875 took a lot longer. Like there were certain things that like things worked easier or better for. Like on transition, like the backside axle stall. Like on the 875, I just went to axle stall and I actually got to grind it. And I was like, dude, whoa, that actually grinded. It was so comfortable. But on the 8, it took me 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah. Palin skates. You watch Palin Underflip?
No, I
Palin's
haven't seen
amazing.
it.
He's out of like some small country outside of Sweden. Like he's like in the mountains of Snowland. Dude's amazing. He should be pro all day. But he's always beating me up. He's like, you got to go smaller. You got to go smaller. So like he thinks I should be on an 8 all the time. And I'm like, man, I'm just not comfortable. And then my skating time is so limited. Do I want to go battle kickflips for a month and do nothing else? Like I want to skate. I want to move and I want to skate when I go skating. I don't want to be stagnant doing one thing. That's where the conclusion
of the video came from. At the end of my video, I'm like, dude, they all will work for what you want to do, but it's what is comfortable under your feet.
Yeah.
I
get the comfort part.
If you feel solid on an 875 and you can do all your stuff, cool. If you feel comfortable on an 8, cool. But the thing is, they'll both do the same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you got the skill. And that's like goes back to, I should just stick with one board size, one board shape and skate what I know is right for me. But man, I really enjoy trying all the different shit. I'm just doing the same 5 tricks over and over again on different spots or the same spots with different boards. I'm spending my first 2 years of skateboarding. I spent more time learning new parks than learning new tricks. Because I just like I had a handful of tricks. I would just take them to a million different parks and I had a great time. But now I'm on the same park, so I'm trying different boards on all the same shit to see how I react to it.
Right. And but the common theme is that people are going to watch your videos because they want to see somebody react to certain things, obviously, because it's not necessarily a review, but if they keep up with you and they're like, oh, I've seen him skate those big boards, I've seen him skate this, but how is he going to? What's going to happen when he puts on those? What's going to happen when he sizes it down, or what's going to happen when he tries those shoes?
I skate each board. Like each board inspires me to skate differently. That's the weird part. Like I don't ever go into it with a plan. But like I set up a board, I'm like, oh man, it'd be fun on this board, or I think I could get on this board. Like it changes my whole lens of what I'm gonna try.
That 875 board, you bet your ass I'm gonna go to the skate park and I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna be a quarter pipe shredder today.
Yeah.
Like I'm hitting the tranny, I'm doing long grinds, I'm gonna just like that's where it's at.
Like I set up this 9.265 Caballero flight deck, which I thought would be a good all-round board, do everything on. And now I've been skating the bowl like it's the perfect bowl board. So I'm not even trying to do street stuff on it now. That is now my new bowl board, is that cab setup. And that's a cab with Z Flex fucking trucks, because I took them off the J Adams complete board. They were the only trucks I had that fit that board perfectly. And then some Bones 84B 56 millimeter. I've never set up a board like that for the bowl without soft old school wheels. And man, this thing fucking smokes through the bowl. And that flight deck feels so good in my feet. Like I'm super secure in it, where I'm going off some of the love seats and some of the bumps in the bowl a little more than I would have on other boards, because I just feel really secure on the board.
And like at the end of the video where I do the 50-50 front shove, I didn't feel comfortable doing that on an 8-inch board. I thought, like, if I land wrong, because it's a pretty tall ledge, I was like, if I land wrong and stomp it wrong, I'm going to break my brand new board.
Yeah.
So I didn't even try it on the 8-inch board. I just went straight to the big board, and I had no problem stomping it. And I was like, there's no way it's going to break. And
I've never broken
that extra confidence to put it down. You know what I mean?
I've never broke a board or a shoelace, so I'm not sure I'm a skateboarder yet.
No, that's not true, man.
Yeah. No, I haven't broken either. And then, it's funny, on the big boards, like the Chris Miller welcome board, that's 9 inches in the middle, 875 at the bolts on both sides. That's the board I learned fakie heel on. Like, that's a fucking monster of a board, and that's what I learned fakie heel on. Yeah, it's the only
Um,
board I've landed fakie heel on, to be honest. Let's be truthful here in
well,
IRL.
what I was gonna say is, when I was coaching that giving lessons to Emily, that girl that was on my channel, like literally she got grind marks on her truck. So I was like, you're a skater.
Yeah.
That to me, that's what it is to be a skater. You grind up your trucks, you got marks on there. You're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when someone starts skating, you get those nice silver polished trucks, man. There is nothing more beautiful than that, like pure no scratch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it takes a skateboarder to be like, I got these brand new expensive trucks. I'm gonna fuck them up.
It's
I'm
the
gonna go
spot.
grind the shit out of them.
It's the old school skate book, the disposable art, right? We buy these beautiful boards just so we can destroy them. Like
Yeah.
it's
And that's why
amazing.
I like white shoes. Everyone's like, why are you buying nice, pure white shoes to skate in? I'm like, dude, the dirtier and more
Yeah.
fucked up they are, the more I want to go skate more in them, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a
I have to wear
90s kid.
black shoes to work. I don't want to get home and put on black shoes to go skate.
Yeah. Man,
I want to
I've
put
got
on some white shoes. I don't want to see my progress on my feet, you know?
I want bright shoes, like Tyshawn's every color. I think red shoes look the best in all skate videos. Like when someone's wearing some good red shoes, like that shit pops in a fucking video.
Yeah.
Or
See, I like colored shoes, but I know I'd buy them and then like a weekend I'd be like, dude, I wish I had just like some white or
you know,
black. But
you know what looks
like I
really
said,
good. You know what looks
yeah,
really good. You're watching Nessa Darbs when she skates the light pink fucking Nikes. Like that light pink is like really clean and really pops on the video. You should fucking go. You should go be a man up and go pink. You know, get that
yeah.
cleanness of the white, but a little bit of pop.
I hear you. No, well, I sent you those Veronas. Like those are an off white with the gum sole. I'm like, it's not white, but like I also I mean that's not a forever thing, obviously. I just like
Yeah.
I'm in the groove. I'm like, if I find a good shoe on sale that's a color, I don't care. I'm up to change. I'm not strict in my ways, but I'm just, get what's on sale or get cheap or whatever. But I look for the white shoes for sure.
So I have one video. It's called a veteran skate story. It's about my friend Mike. It's the best video I'm ever gonna make. And I'm barely in it. I'm just skating with him, and the whole conversation's him talking, and it's
Yeah.
my favorite video I ever made.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never done that. And that sounds really interesting to like.
Mike
Right.
and I. So I was trying to teach my kids how to skate in 2006, and that was the first time I picked up a board at all, and they just didn't bite. But it kind of put a bug in me, and I got deployed quickly afterwards and found myself in Afghanistan. And I packed a board to go to Afghanistan. I was in the middle of fucking nowhere, and like it was stressful. And I told my boss, I was like, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna find this piece of concrete in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I'm gonna roll around. And he's like, man, do whatever you do as long as you keep doing the work that you do for me. And I was like, Roger that. And I get out there and like this dude Mike comes. I was like, we're allowed to skate. I was like, I don't know if we're allowed to skate, but I know I'm allowed to skate, and I work for the man, so I'm gonna fucking skate. And I was just pushing around, just fucking ollieing, and Mike just became like a great friend for the rest of the year. We were fucking in the middle of nowhere, fucking trying to skate fucking pallets, whatever we could find. When we come back, he got out of the army, lives in his RV now. I was at the Sergeant Major's Academy. We hadn't seen each other in 10 years. And I was like, hey, why don't you drive down to the RV and we'll just go skate. And he had cut himself off from the army 100%. He didn't want anything to do with the army anymore. And it was the first time he reconnected with anything in the service. And he came down, he skated, he met a bunch of people, and he said like really provided him closure with his experience. And it's like the best video I've ever made.
All right. Well, thanks for everybody for stopping in and hanging out while we chatted about whatever we wanted to talk about. And leave a like, comment, subscribe, put on notifications for another skateboard channel, and check out the description for any links we leave below for all these other guys. See ya.
And don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs.